After giving my rims a fresh grind, packing up my bike and all my stuff, and heading out to Bentonville for the Bentonville Bike Fest, I figured I was ready to compete in the North American Trials Championship this year. I even spent a little time practicing before the competition. But maybe I should have seen this tombstone graffiti as an omen. Alright, it's competition day, so we're here just waiting for the riders meeting to start in a few minutes. This year I'll be riding in the sport class, so we'll see how we do. So I've been walking the sections here, looking at the sport gates. This looks like it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So it'll definitely be fun, but will certainly push my abilities. Over here in section 1, the first gate is a bit of a skinny, and you can see there's some loose stone here, which is good for tripping you up. This gate here is going to be interesting with this jumble of logs. Certainly not my strong suit. One of the tricky things about this course too, I found, is you really need to pay attention and pre-walk the course and get a good feel for it, so that when you're in the middle of the race, you know exactly where to go next. So in some cases you can't see the next gate from the gate that you've just passed through. So I know that's going to be a little interesting today. So you can see in the background here, you got some of the riders starting to warm up here before we get ready. So we're starting out with the North American Trials Championship with novice, sport, and expert class. Later this afternoon we'll have the elite class, which is also the qualifier for Sunday's event, which is the UCI C1 event. After a brief riders meeting to make sure we all understood the rules, it was time to start the competition.
Yeah, it's going to be good, isn't it? Nice to see you on the full sus, mate. Right, getting it through.
Alright, it's getting real now. We're about ready to start our first section here. I honestly don't know what happened to me, but as I started to ride, it was like I'd never been on a bicycle before. I couldn't roll over basic easy stuff and couldn't keep from putting my foot down. That was a bit of a disappointing start there in our first section. Basically, I got 0 points on that one, so let's see what we can do in this next section. Yeah, my riding didn't get much better in the other sections either. Going into the event, I expected to only ride for part of the time. I did want to show some of my riding, and I wanted to show some of the sport class sections in a competition, but I really wanted to focus on filming one or more of the younger riders, so I knew I wouldn't be able to do everything. In addition to focusing on the Farrar brothers who were competing at the elite level, see the link in the description for that video, I also wanted to focus on one of the younger riders since they're the future of our sport and they have some real talent. While I knew I probably would not be able to finish the competition and also film the other riders, I did much worse than I expected. I did manage to score a few points, but most of the time I spent dabbing.
And if they fail, all that work is gone out the window.
Anyway, at least my terrible riding made the decision to focus more on the filming a little bit more palatable. If I thought I was winning, I might have altered my strategy and maybe that would have stroked my ego, but I think it would have been a lost opportunity to the trials community, honestly.
5 seconds. Alright, last time.
Alright, that was a pretty good time, even though my riding wasn't so great, but that's fine. It was fun to hang out with these guys and to ride. After one lap through the sports section, I wanted to catch some of the other riders on video. In particular, Grant Memmott. He's a young up-and-coming rider, and as you'll see here, he's really got some skills, and even since last year, he's got quite a bit of progression. So definitely one of the riders to follow. After the Bentonville Bike Fest last year, Grant competed in the World Youth Games in Poland. It was way tougher than he expected, but that drove him to push really hard in his training this year. As you watch him practice here, you can see exactly what I mean. This year, Grant said he was going to compete in the expert class, and when you see him practice, that makes complete sense. His progress and his confidence have both improved significantly since just last year. When the competition was about to start, Grant was still looking for an expert group of riders to ride with, so I asked Aaron Lutzy, aka Super Rider, and Matt Pengelly from the Shindig podcast if Grant could ride with him. Yep, I mean those two guys. And of course they said yes.
I approve. I approve.
And it was actually pretty cool watching Grant ride with them. They both gave him a lot of encouragement as he competed.
Yeah, come back. Now you got this. Come on. You got it. Come on. Throw it up that way. Yeah. Come on, Grant. Just a bit more speed. Yeah. Yes. Oh,
Nice.
oh. Use it. Use it. You got it.
Yeah, good job.
1 minute in.
I am really looking forward to seeing Grant's riding in the future. I think he's got a lot of potential, a lot of skill, and a lot of confidence, and still plenty of room to grow. In addition to Grant Memmott and Owen Fields, and of course the Farrar brothers, we need a lot more younger riders to join the trials community. Riders like these are the future of the sport, and it's really inspiring to watch them ride. That's beautiful. Okay, well, I'm going to stop talking now, and I'll let you watch the rest of the video in peace without listening to me yammering.
That's why I like it here.
Beautiful.
Good job, Grant.